Are you recording or just doing the?
However, we're live right now. Just your mic's up.
No.
Hello, hello.
Testing.
Oh, yes, it is.
Ha ha ha. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
How's everybody doing tonight?
I might just have rhythm.
Okay, you gotta walk that way. I'm gonna.
I'm authorized to play this
There's lots of room in the front.
one. No. We'll slow this play on. We'll slow.
Have you guys ever heard this much of this song before?
Just as soon as our man Todd gets the cocktail, we'll be getting started here.
Time goes by so slowly, time goes by.
Just so everybody knows, you were on a wall if you were walking by this displayed in Detroit right now, live at the Michigan Mini Christmas Party.
Yeah, you guys are live in Michigan.
Yes, it is February, and it is a Christmas party. So, hi, everybody in Michigan. Sorry I couldn't be
Hello,
there.
Michigan.
I'm in Phoenix, where it's 80.
And I think we also saw on Facebook that Philly is also doing a group viewing. So
I
hello to
believe so.
Philadelphia. as
Hello,
well.
Philadelphia.
Yes. Hello, Philadelphia.
What's up, guys?
My drink is sorely lacking in
Glass?
in bourbon.
In,
We have- we
in
have-
clinkingness.
My Sprite is all Sprite right now.
Don't we have bourbon?
That's a-
We have bourbon courtesy of our good friend Brian Dallas. Where's Brian? Is he in here? He's on the phone.
Brian's on the phone. Let's embarrass him.
Brian's out that way. He brought me some fine brown liquor from Colorado.
Yes.
Stranahan's and something else.
Oh, it is good too.
Oh, he's gonna get it out for me.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, let's get Todd some booze so finally this national nightmare can end.
There you go. So this is what Todd got in here. That's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the rum or is this the
No, that's
it's
good.
the whiskey?
That's good stuff.
American Whiskey Tin Cup, Colorado. Okay. There you go. So while Todd's pouring himself a cocktail, we're going to get started with the show. And as you guys know, this is the 500th episode of the world famous White Roof Radio. We're going to do the episode 500. And we'll start off with the intro as normal. And if you guys can make a lot of noise, that'd be really cool. Or sing or dance or something. When the time's appropriate. The
19.
There we go. Come on down. She sent a representative.
Nicely done. You already have them on your car, so it doesn't matter.
Camera.
Oh, really? Nicely done. What a charitable thing to do, Brian Dallas from Colorado. Okay, so we've got more prizes in a minute. Wow, do we have a whole box full of T-shirts here?
There's a whole box of stuff.
No, those aren't prizes. Those aren't prizes.
I kid. They're Eurotex T-shirts.
Which
Yeah.
we would happily give away.
Where's
But-
Jerry? Is he still eating pizza in the back of the Classic?
Probably Jersey or something.
Did everybody see that? There's a, what is that, a Recaro seat in the back of there? Cobra racing seat. So later we're going to have fun. You get to sit in there and we push you around the shop,
There you go.
right? Be like a ride at Disneyland.
Yeah, we're having internet issues tonight, but that's okay. As long as it's kind of working. Kind of. I have to restart the Hangout. So.
Well, we're okay though, right?
Well, we are now. We weren't. A lot of it got missed. But that's
Okay, what's the news? What's the latest news from Motoring File that we've got here, anybody? What's
So, I have to figure out where we left off. Did we talk about the 2 Series Active Tour last week?
No, I think we skipped that because it was BMW and nobody cares.
And DB goes, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. BMW, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Okay. We do have the JCW power output that's been revealed for
Ooh.
2015.
How many people here own JCWs? A handful.
Anybody?
I'm gonna say that's like half the people here. I
Does-
think.
Who here?
I didn't raise my hand.
Anyone here aspire to JCW?
A couple. So anyway, the F56, which is the new car that's coming out in a couple of months, supposed to be about a month, but
Maybe.
we're pushing it to end of April.
Guaranteed spring summer release.
Well,
That's what we've been told.
the
Spring summer.
JCW version of this car doesn't come out for at least a year to 18 months
Correct.
from now, but we've been given insight into the power output of this car. We've all expected JCWs have been what? Down around 200, 208. It's currently 208 horsepower, right? 208 is where it sits. Well, we knew with this new displacement, you're going from a 1.6 liter in all of these cars to 2 liters. So you're thinking they really ought to get some horsepower out of that.
You would think so.
What are we guessing?
So the figure that we got is 170 kilowatts.
What the hell does that mean?
And the conversion is
What's a kilowatt?
1.21 gigawatt.
Yes, 231 horsepower is.
How
the
many
unit.
people will drive a 231 horsepower Mini, right?
Nah, that's
There
too
we go.
many. That's too much.
You
And
can do that.
And this will be on a car with just boatloads of torque. We know to expect that. But from Gabe's driving impressions of the car, you've got a suspension that is probably, in most people's opinion, going to be the best suspension setup that Mini's ever put into a car.
And we mean the new sport suspension on the car
Correct.
is much more sporty, if you will. And the new car has this little toggle ring around the base of the shifter. So how many people have an R56 with the sport button? Like, what have we got here? About half the people
a
have
little
that.
more than that, yeah.
So the way they've got it now is 3 different setups there. You can go into normal mode, which is everyday,
Normal.
average, middle of the road. You can go into sport mode, which if you've got the adaptive suspension, we'll change the suspension, stiffen it up, and change the throttle response. I don't know if they changed the steering or
It
not.
does change your steering weight.
And then you can go to green mode. How many people here like being green and recycling? Anybody?
Not in my car.
A couple people. 2 people like to recycle, so they don't give a shit about the green.
I don't see Arizona being the recycle state.
It's the eco mode is what
I
it's
don't, I
referred
see-
to.
You
I
know,
didn't-
when I drive by a Prius, I downshift on purpose.
so they can hear you hurt the
I
environment.
do. I don't care if I'm doing 80. I downshift a gear and I rev it up just when I drive by a Prius. Just to say, look, I'm burning more gas than you are.
Take that, you tree-hugging Birkenstock wearing
Right?
Prius owner. Right?
Right. Keep
So
going.
anyway, 231 horsepower is what we're being told out of this engine, this
Correct.
2-liter displacement engine. And the reason we know that is because it's in the it's the same. Is it the same engine in the Grand Tour?
Yes, we're getting those numbers from what BMW is doing in the 2 Series Active Tour, and making some probably very accurate assumptions. But yeah, that's
We're
what
calling
we're
this
doing.
inductive reasoning, right?
Correct.
So we're saying this is what they've told us about this. This is what's going to happen. So
Correct.
anyway, that's the JCW news. I think we're excited about that, but we got to wait a year and a half.
Yeah,
That's what sucks.
or more.
Yeah. So anyway, what do we got next on the news here?
Let me look. I'll use my internet-enabled device after I hit my back button.
So does everybody kind of like the new look of the new car?
Yes, no, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah.
I like it.
I see a few nods, a
Mix.
few like I'm on the fences. Yeah, okay.
How many people here are anticipating buying a new Mini in the next year?
Me.
Not very many.
By 2.
How many people have had their Mini more than a year?
Me.
Okay, most people here then. So
More than a year.
I'm in the market for a new Mini.
I'm rolling on 10.
We're
on
all
mine.
facing the wrong way.
10. The GP is going to hit 8 years this year.
No.
8 years and 14.
It's,
8 years.
Yeah, sure.
Come on, Rain Man. 2014 minus
Not my strong
2006.
suit.
Anybody? Okay.
What?
We're vamping while we get the next news
Yeah,
story.
I'm sorry. I was
Oh,
looking,
sorry, I didn't know I was supposed
I
to
was
do that.
looking, trying to make our internet work. Sorry about that, guys.
So,
Are we up and running now?
Kind of.
So, 10 points for anybody who can tell us where the Mini is currently produced from a factory standpoint. Where's the factory located? Oxford, England.
Very well done.
Yay.
So it turns out with this next generation of the F-56, in order to meet the expected demand, they're expanding production to a facility in the Netherlands. Now, there's actually some history here with Mini.
Yeah.
They produced the classic Minis in the Netherlands and in other places around the world to help meet demand. So this is not unprecedented, but it does mean that you're going to have Minis, and not just like the Countryman, which is built in Austria. Probably most of us know that. But this will be the first time that the hardtop hatch is produced outside of Oxford for the new generation of cars.
That's totally freaking me out right now.
Now, do you
Yeah.
know if that production is going to be for everybody based on a number thing, or is it going to be all of the Netherlands cars will only go to
Okay,
Japan and whatever, that no U.S. cars will be made there or something like that?
I'm going to do my best Gabe imitation
Oh,
here
boy. You gotta go
and give
deeper?
the Gabe answer.
Okay.
Originally, we were told by
yeah.
insiders of Mini that the cars built in the Netherlands
Yeah.
will be for Europe only.
European only builds. That was actually really good.
That wasn't. These guys are only laughing because they know it was pretty dead on.
That was really good. I like that.
So anyway, we don't know the answer to that. But the press release that Mini, did you guys read the press release? Did anybody read the press
Does
release?
anybody read the Mini press releases?
Okay, it was very long.
That would be
Kyle, do you
dope.
really? Don't lie to me.
It did not say anywhere
Nice.
in that press release that those Minis were destined for anywhere but everywhere, right?
Right.
So we're assuming that it's capacity. So if you order a new Mini anytime from now on, there's a possibility it could be built. It could be Dutch built.
Could be Dutch built.
It could come with wooden shoes and covered in orange, the national color.
And
of-
violets.
Covered in mayonnaise.
Not
Man,
horrible.
Ew. That's gross.
Dude, you know what they eat? Their French fries. They eat mayonnaise on their French fries.
Yeah, that's.
In the movie theater, you can get a glass of beer.
Some of my favorite sushi is covered in mayonnaise.
Royale
Great.
with cheese.
What's wrong with you? What are you? What's wrong
So anyway, the new Minis might come from the Netherlands. They might come from Oxford, England.
You know what's really
Correct.
cool about the Dutch? Speaking of Dutch building minis, I don't know if you guys caught this a few months ago, but there was a group of Dutch guys that found a classic Mini that was originally produced in the Dutch plant, and they completely restored it back to original condition.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. It was
And-
so nice.
And that was in anticipation of this news, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
That was sponsored by Mini, knowing that this was going to come to be.
So the conspiracy theorist inside of me,
You're ruining the brand.
he's this big, says that that's what's holding up Mini production for the F-56.
Oh, I didn't think
We
of
keep
that.
pushing back and pushing back the release of this car. We were supposed to have the new car in the U.S. by now. And they said, now it's going to be spring. And they're currently in production in the UK. We've been told by sources that they are being produced at the factory now.
We've seen pictures. We've seen video of them being built. in
Right,
the
right.
factory.
But
Yeah.
my theory is that that is what's going to expand production. They were waiting for that to get online. And they're only expecting to make a few thousand cars this year, I think, in the Netherlands. Does
Yeah.
anybody know how many Minis are made every year in Oxford, England?
Anybody?
No, seriously, does anybody know? Because I have no freaking clue.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think it's in the 100,000 range. or
It's
something like that.
250,000 cars out of
There you go.
Oxford. Thank you.
There we
Good
go.
choice.
And
And,
full capacity.
and about 50,000 of those come to the U.S. every
About.
year.
They're about.
Around 50,000.
I mean, so far there are 500,000 minis in the United States.
And the United States is the largest market for Mini, behind the UK.
Right.
So
Versus Canada, where there's like a dozen.
I think I said that backwards. The United
UK's
States,
highest volume. Yeah, United States is number 2.
okay.
Yeah, I think that's right.
No, I think it's actually the other way around.
Is it the other way? Do we pass?
I think we actually get more of them, and the UK gets the second
USA.
most.
USA.
The USA hockey team today
Which-
lost. Did
Yeah,
you
they're
know that?
awesome.
There you go.
Oh.
Womp,
That
womp,
was embarrassing. It was like 7-0.
So anyway, I want to know this just as a survey of the people that are here. If you were in the market for a new Mini, would you buy a 3-cylinder Mini? Would you buy the Cooper? Anybody here?
Anybody?
See some pushing heads. We got some hands.
Yeah, you
Now,
there.
let me
Good choice. Good choice.
let me sweeten the pot a little bit. Would you buy a 3-cylinder turbocharged Mini that gets 45 miles to the gallon?
Yes.
That didn't change anybody's opinion.
Okay,
Still got
what
the same two
about
people.
Your wife
a
got really excited about that.
turbocharged 3-cylinder
Yeah, 3.
Mini with an electric motor that's supposed to get 4,000 miles to the gallon? Who's in?
Still didn't change. You know why? This is a Cooper S crowd.
It's a Cooper
I am
S crowd.
I think it
sensing
is.
this is a Cooper S crowd here.
Anything else?
It
The
is.
Magic
No.
looks better.
Who
I'm just-
invited the Prius guy? Okay,
Oh, no,
gotcha.
no, no.
Well, no, that's actually going to be the new Clubman. They're talking about sending over a hybrid version of that
Yes,
car.
a hybrid
With-
version.
And if I remember reading correctly on Motoring File, it said that it was going to get something like 90 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, mid-90s.
That is
Mid 90s, and I find that crazy.
How
What
many would be
crazy
in
numbers.
for that? A Mini
The
that's
technology's there.
a plug-in hybrid that gets 90 miles to the gallon. Your
Anybody?
annual fuel cost
Who
is
wants one?
She's doing a little dance now.
it's estimated to be $50.
Yeah,
Can you
$50.
imagine only paying $50 a year for gas?
that'd be rad. I'm in.
Who
And
wouldn't
you're still
want
going to
that?
have almost 200 horsepower.
Yeah, but by the time it comes out, gas will be $20 a gallon, so it'll still be the same as what you're paying now.
It sounded like there was a question in the audience. Your electric cost for it might be in the $10 or something like that.
Yeah, I think the
Elec-
net
Electricity
cost
is
of ownership.
extremely cheap compared to gasoline.
compared to gasoline. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and it's a plug-in hybrid. So, how many people have been to the mall, the grocery store, any place, and you see the places for electric vehicles to plug in? You can do that for free. They don't charge you anything for
There's
that.
only like 2 of those in all of Arizona.
Yet.
Well, we have in Kansas City. They're at our grocery stores. They're
There's
in
none.
parking lots.
Yeah.
The
but it's
library
Arizona.
has
I
them.
saw a bunch
We
at
do
the
weird
airport
things.
flying in. Cars just plugged in right there at the
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah, and
What
you
they
get
do.
prime parking with that shit too, don't you? Like right up front.
Yeah.
You do.
It's better handicap.
Look at me. I spent a lot of money on this car. I'm parking it up front and I'm plugging it in.
Getting it gassed up for free.
Somebody else has done.
The mini system, what they're proposing, is something that we had reported on a few years ago. It's a really interesting system because unlike a lot of the Prius and these other
Right.
hybrids that have an electric motor basically built into the transmission to help along,
Right.
this mini system is taking basically an existing F-54 Clubman,
Right.
and it is adding on.
What the hell is he doing?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's
Mimicking.
gesticulating over here. I love
He's-
that story.
He's having a seizure.
I am.
They-
Do you smell toast? Do you smell burnt toast?
No,
He be
I'm
having
good.
a stroke.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
They've added an electric motor system to the rear wheels,
Rear wheels.
and then
Right.
just enough batteries to be able to go about, I think it was 25 miles.
30
I think it was like
30
20,
miles.
20, 30
Yeah.
miles. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which is going to handle most people's average commute, especially if you are able to plug in where you park. But what, to me anyway, the most interesting part
Plus, you get
of,
regen on that too.
you
That's
do.
crazy.
Like a golf
Something new,
cart.
like an employer
true.
has to give you like a place to park with charging, not only health insurance.
Maybe so. But what I think is interesting about that system is that would mean that from the rear wheels forward, essentially,
Yes.
it's the regular,
Yes.
basically the Cooper Countryman,
Yes.
or I'm sorry, the Cooper Clubman, the
Yeah, yeah,
next
yeah.
generation Cooper Clubman. So
F54.
they haven't made that car more complicated, really.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like-
yeah. They're just adding every electric motor on the back end.
So there'll
Which-
probably be some batteries floating around in there somewhere.
Gonna have to be
There
some
will
batteries.
be.
And would that make it a rear-wheel drive car then?
When you're running it in electric-only mode,
Yes.
Yes.
it would be a rear-wheel drive
So
car.
that means that the way Chad would drive it,
Chad, you
wouldn't
can't
actually
drift
get-
an electric vehicle. I can see the wheels
Sure you
turning.
can.
That means the way,
Yeah,
Chad,
you can.
the way Chad drives it, you wouldn't actually get that 20 to 30 mile range.
Kyle,
It'd be
you can't
closer to like
drift
3.
a rear-wheel drive electric
See,
vehicle.
What I would wonder is if somebody with more money and time than good
Brains.
sense
Yeah.
would want to try to read the part numbers and try to retrofit the electric rear end onto their F-56.
Well, you know what?
You
Could
know
it
it's
have
going
one
to
of those?
happen
like
because how many people have here have retrofitted something from their cars from another car and
There you go.
vice versa? I mean, it's
Here's the problem: is when you do that, it's going to have one of those giant wind-up keys on the back of the car, like we've seen. Does anybody here have the wind-up key on their
they
Mini?
go on
No,
with the
nobody here,
wipers.
Thank
nobody here
God.
does that.
Shame on you if you do.
No, that's
We don't. We're not fans of the wind-up key.
only Mr. Vogler does that anymore. I think
Nobody even remembers him.
nobody even. You know, speaking of, GoMotoring.com update. Still not live. In case anybody's wondering.
Is it liver than we are?
It's coming in December.
coming in
right?
How many
December,
people
right?
here
Coming in
subscribe to that Mc2 magazine?
Jerry does.
Seriously? Has anybody ever heard of MC Squared magazine?
MC Squared magazine. Yeah,
A couple
yeah.
people,
Yeah.
but nobody subscribes to
And
it.
I like how you guys are all kind of like really embarrassed about it. It's like, well.
Now we have to cut that out of the show because we've had never to speak.
We know
the name.
you guys don't like it.
Anyway.
so no.
I think now would be a good time to give away some more prizes.
Okay, I want to know who knows what the code number of the first. Now raise your hand. Don't blurt it out. The first generation convertible.
First gen convertible is a.
Was it an R?
It's an R50.
Well, I think
Raise your
Kyle,
hand.
I think Kyle's hand went up.
Good job.
It is a 52. I think.
Well
Kyle,
done.
I think Kyle's
Our
got it.
man Kyle, he gets a. He gets.
it both.
He gets that.
He gets the tiny mini.
You get the
It's a
smallest
mini.
mini in the
The
world.
smallest mini.
We're gonna in the world bring that right in for people at home playing
Now,
along in the home
anybody
game.
but Kyle.
Can
I
now-
want to know the code number for the second generation convertible. Hands.
Oh, good grief! I don't even know that. Was there a number for the
His
second
hand went up.
generation convertible?
Yes, sir.
Nope. That's the
R55
Clubman.
is the Clubman.
Okay. It's
There you go.
57. We got it.
57.
Don't give the man a prize.
Who's got
Launch
the
it with the T-shirt gun,
T-shirt cannon. Here it goes. Oh.
and it's in the parking lot.
Somebody will lose an eye, and we'll lose our liquor license.
So
Yeah.
That was our
I
whole thing
have a
this
good
morning
question.
over breakfast. We were trying to figure out how to make a T-shirt cannon this morning.
They went to Home Depot and everything.
Yeah.
So there are you guys heard at the opening of the show
The opening of the show.
the official White Roof Radio theme song.
That's right.
There are two
Oh. Yes.
unofficial White Roof Radio theme
Not
songs.
really theme
Oh,
songs,
yeah.
but two songs that should be
We
closely
play more than
associated-
once.
Yes.
Are closely associated
So-
with the world famous White Roof Radio. Anybody?
So who can name one
One
or
of
both
them.
of them and
Winner gets a prize.
Sammy. No.
No.
And if anybody texts, if
Survey
you text
says-
me the answer, you can also bring home a prize on a.
Oh, look at
plane.
chat. Look at
Anybody else? The first.
But you gotta be fast because we're on a delay.
They're both. One's from a movie.
One
Yes.
is by.
One is by
I want to see hands too. Gordon Lightfoot.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Anybody?
The other one is by
We'll give you a hint.
the other. And the other one is by
Anybody?
anybody from the very popular movie Smokey and the Bandit.
Jerry Reed.
Jerry Reed.
Give me a second. I could cue it.
Okay, we need a new question. This is not that group.
Oh, I can't
He
believe
sang
nobody
the
did either
song and he was in the movie.
Yeah. Like a
Jerry
boss.
Reed.
Yes, yes.
Eastbound and down.
one. All right, next question.
Next question. Well, let's just pick a number,
Okay, we're gonna pick a number now.
and then we'll move on to something else. Hang on, I have to grab my cone.
That's what she said.
No, here, get that one.
It fell on the ground.
I'm gonna come over here
Have
and
a
check
drink,
because
Emma.
my
All right, here we go.
microphone cord is short.
Who's got number 12?
Sorry to hear that.
Number 12. Number 12. Number 12.
12. 1, 2,
Cool.
1, 2.
It's all about how you
1,
use it.
2. Testing. 1, 2. Is this thing on?
I can hear it. We're gonna draw again.
You're up.
1, 2. 1, 2.
Maybe it was upside down. You sure it wasn't
Anybody?
21?
Yeah, it's on 21.
Close. I
Let's
tried.
try. Be a pal.
Okay.
Thank you.
13.
Number 13.
Lucky 13. Oh, it's Kyle.
Hey, it's Kyle.
Two
in a
prizes
row.
in one show.
Can
Give him a
Kyle win
hand.
two
He's got the
prizes?
big mini and the
Now you
little
get
mini.
the big mini.
Yeah,
There you
they
go.
keep saying with every
I
generation,
just
the
pulled
mini
out
gets
a
better.
random. There you go. Yeah, there you go.
People
I
are
I think
always
we have
so
one
talking
more
about
size in there, so if you get lucky again, you may have all three.
The small, medium, and the large.
And I think they're all
Possibly.
red too, so that it's a sign.
Wait a minute. I
Yeah,
have
it
another
might
one.
be.
There you
I have
go.
another one.
One,
But we need the code.
Tom's got one more.
We need the code for the original Cooper.
Code for the original.
Hands.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, who's
Oh,
got the-
Becky. I think
Becky
she
had
was
the hand
first.
I'm sorry.
There you go. Detroit tuned. A couple of Detroit tuned decals. Right?
Fancy.
There you go.
schmancy.
Put those on the yellow mini.
Wear them. with pride. Yeah, DB, don't be a jerk face.
I can be a jerk face. It was okay.
One more. How about a motoring badge?
Face
Oh,
full of
motoring
jerk.
badge. Let's do motoring badge.
Who here?
Todd's feeling generous.
I know we're all the way out here. Who here has ever been to the Dragon?
Besides Kyle. Kyle can't win.
No,
anymore.
he can.
He's
Who here has ever been to the Dragon?
I know that.
Three people. Three people. Everybody who's been to the Dragon gets a free Dragon badge.
There you
From
go.
2012. I told you it was from the. You got to come up and get it because
Here, I got
You've
it.
got lots. He's just had it on your cord.
dude, I almost got
Kyle.
clotheslined.
Who else has been to the Dragon? Take a badge from 2012. It's okay if you didn't go to that
They
one.
hold your kids' school pictures on the fridge. Great.
Motoringbadges.com. Motoringbadges.com.
Mini performance speed and stuff.
Motoring.com. So we
Back
started
to
this
still
little dog and pony show. For those of you who aren't been paying attention, we were talking about this earlier. We actually started this back in August of 2005. There are very few others that do this kind of thing every week like we do. This is the 500th time we've done this. Todd and I started this a long time ago. And it's awesome that you guys are here. We really appreciate you guys coming out. This is super cool. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, if you were to count from 1 to 500, 1, 2, 3, 4, it would take minutes.
Minutes at least.
Minutes for you to get to 500, but it's taken us years.
Yeah, and while this is our 500th regularly scheduled episode, we actually have closer to 800 different pieces of audio on the White Roof Radio server from all the different events that we've been to.
Downloaded over 3.5
we're up to
million times.
4 million downloads.
4 million downloads.
Yeah, and
How
we're
about
usually
that?
in the top 10 on iTunes just because you guys listen. So
I think this is like
That's
the
super rad.
halfway point
Thank
for
you.
myself too. I think this because I started right around 250.
Yeah.
And we're at 500 now, so I'm halfway.
I think Chad deserves a prize. Who here thinks Chad deserves a prize?
Chad needs a prize. Hang on.
Look at this, Chad. You get a
No, I got Chad's prize. Here we go. Here's Chad's prize.
Nice!
Right.
Damn it, I
Chad's
wanted
prize.
that. Damn it.
I'm gonna go get a beer.
All right.
So we pour something in that.
I really wanted that. I've got one like that. It's a martini
I
glass.
don't even know where that came from. It's just it's
Don't I
one of
have
the
one
things-
like that? With a martini glass on top? It came from Seattle.
Yeah.
I got it as a gift.
I am
And this isn't-
dumbfounded that this exists.
This
Did
isn't
everybody
the-
see what that was? It was a,
It was a mini-
rollback Mini Cooper with a
with a glass
I
on
don't know, wine glass on top.
A wine
Beer
glass on top.
Wait, so it's a rollback? Like it will deliver the drink?
Watch how cavalier this man is. He has no idea where this glass has been, and he's going to pour a beer in it and drink out of it.
It came from my house. He knows my house is clean.
I blew it off. It's fine.
That's
Nicely done.
How many here are parents?
That's a good
Because
pour.
isn't blowing on something like the international, like what you do for cleaning whatever off that's fallen on
Kind
the
of,
floor?
yeah.
Am I right?
So
Am I right, parents?
It's so clear and
Look.
crystal.
It's
So
clean. Put it back in your
now-
mouth.
So now the
Is
trick is can you roll it back and have it go without spilling?
is that a rollback mini, Chad?
I think it is.
Could be.
I don't
But
think
the
it
windows are all fogging up on it now.
Are you going to do it, or are we going to watch it happen? Or do we need a drum roll for this?
is. I want to see if it's a rollback. Is it?
Oh, it is.
Oh my god.
Of course, nobody at home is actually going to be able to see this, so.
Oh, you're within the
That's
blue
all right.
tape.
They're all drunk by now.
One more time.
It kind of worked.
You gotta go. Oh,
I didn't want to spill my beer, so.
It kind of worked.
it did a burnout as I picked it up. So.
Anyway, how many people here are Countryman owners? We've only got a couple Countryman. Like
Now we've got the Countryman Row.
There were
Yeah.
three of them here. That's almost like 25% of.
Sean was
the
here
carts in the
earlier.
lot
I think he
today.
took off.
You know,
Right?
Suzanne almost counts as a countryman or she owned as a loner. Does that count?
How many here
As a
have driven a
rental.
Countryman as a loaner also? Okay. And did it make you want to buy one? Oh, I got some serious notes. But see, this is the Cooper S crowd.
Has anybody
These
got
are people who
an
want to
air in
drive
theirs?
fast and low.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to look
Yeah.
at this car right out here.
It's
Ryan
a whole
Dell's
different
car.
experience.
Fast and low.
Yeah.
I'm almost going to make him go start it up and gun the engine a little bit, but, you know, he's not going
Yeah,
to do
I
that.
got a ride in that car today. It is very quick.
Nice.
Either that or Jerry's car. How many people here have taken a ride in Jerry's bag mini over there?
I've driven it.
Couple people?
I've driven it.
It's badass, right?
Yeah, it's badass.
How many people here want bags on their mini now after seeing that? That's
Everybody.
You
That's
just
pretty
you get a
badass.
little bit of speed going, and then you just hit 'em real quick. You can go right over speed bumps.
Does it come with the song Lowrider on a loop on a CD that you can put in there?
Free burnt CD with every
No,
purchase.
it's the 8-bit version like they play at the back of the ice cream truck.
Oh, or like a Nintendo.
Like a Nintendo, yeah.
There you go. Anyway,
Anyway, moving on. What else we got?
yeah. Or did we run out of news, Nathaniel?
I wouldn't say that we've run out of, but we don't have any new.
We hit the most important news.
We did.
Do we have any juicy tidbits to share with these people for the first time?
For the first time, like some inside information.
Yeah, like stuff that we're gonna have to like edit off the internet tonight.
No.
No.
Gabe has all the secret information. I
I just connected my microphone.
I built that up. We've been threatened with
So I was checking.
bodily harm before when we've been given
Yes.
such information.
yes, they sensitive information is sensitive. That's why they call it that.
And we have had some fun times with people from Mini USA. In 2008,
Yeah, we have.
I was in Boston. Somebody here was with me in Boston. And we caused an international incident. I personally was part of the international incident caused in Boston.
Hey, I was there.
You were there.
Because I videotaped it and I
you
got
weren't
in
in the-
really big trouble.
Yeah. What happened in Boston in 2008 was the JCW for the R56 was just about to come out. And this car had not been released yet. But they had a car that they were taking around to stops at Mini Takes the States. So in Miami, the car was there, and they trailered it in, and they backed it off the trailer, and they put it on display, and you could see this. And they also had the, what's the race car? The
Mini
Challenge.
Challenge car.
They had the Challenge car, and they did the same thing. They'd back it off a trailer and put it on display. Well, we drove from Miami to Boston up the East Coast, and we're in Boston at, what was it, University
of
or
Massachusetts.
somewhere right on the harbor. I don't know where it was. And
University of Massachusetts.
the JCW was on display, right? And the night before, there was where did we go? Go-karts?
The night before, no, we went to...
Yeah, no, we had go-karts.
Yeah. Oh,
am
yeah, we had
I
go-karts.
right, Deanne, back there? We did
Yeah,
go-karts.
we did go-karts.
So anyway,
Go-karts.
they had the place where the Mini was displayed, and then they had the go-karts there. And what happened is this car that's not EPA rated yet,
It didn't even have a VIN.
one of the guys who was working for Mini and handling the cars drove the car from the site to the go-kart track and put like 19 miles on it. Well, this is a no-no for the
Yes.
EPA. I'm telling you insider stuff right now. This is a no-no for the EPA. And they sign this car out and say, this has not been approved for use on streets in the U.S. yet. You cannot drive this car. They understood that it's going to be backed on and off a trailer and driven through parking lots, and it was okay that it, came back with 6 miles on it, but not 19. You can't explain that away, right? So anyway, a good man at the time, Vinny's no longer at his job.
No, Vinny's actually works out here.
He's out here. He's out here in the West Coast now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Still working for Mini. Let's clarify that.
he comes up to me and he goes, you know what? They've already got 19 miles on it. They're not going to care if it has 19 or 30. Go take it out on the autocross course. Right?
That's right.
So I'm like, seriously? He goes, yeah. I go, can I drive it? And he goes, yeah. But I'm going to drive it first because he hadn't driven it yet. Nobody had driven this car.
Right.
It was
Except
a
for that
proto-
guy who put the 19 miles on.
This is a pre-production car, not even approved for release yet. So, and they had an autocross course. I'm like, okay, let's go. So I strap in, and Vinny's there, and I said, I'm going to record this and put it on White Roof Radio. It's going on Motoring File.
I got
immediately.
video of it. It's
He goes,
still
that's
on the
fine.
internet.
That's why it's no big deal. Because at the time, he's like, nobody listens to those guys.
Right.
I'm kidding. He's like, it'll be fine, right? So we get in the car.
Yeah.
We knock the thing out. Go around the course. Get out. I get to drive it around the autocross course.
Then I posted video, like immediately.
Video went up, and this caused an international incident with the entire European press corps because even they had not been allowed to drive this car yet. They're like,
The video had 3,600 views in like 24 hours.
so they send nastygrams to Mini in Munich. They're like, why are you letting these jackasses at White Roof Radio drive the car before any of the rest of us get the opportunity to drive it and review it? Because we basically did a review right there on the spot.
Yeah.
So is there an eagle in here?
The eagle has landed.
I think the Black 7 series are going to pull up very soon because I'm
7
telling the story.
Yeah.
So anyway, we don't think anything of it for a week. And we get through Mini Takes the States, and
Yeah, no trouble.
I'm sitting in my office one day, and my phone, a text message comes in from our good friend at Mini USA. He's like, dude, call me. I'm like, oh no, we're in trouble now. What did we do? Call him up. Like, what's going on? He's like, I know I can't ask you to do this because, journalist integrity and all,
Blah, blah, blah.
but I'm asking you, can you pull that review down off the internet?
Yeah.
Because the European Press Corps has chewed he goes, I've got so much ass chewed, I have none
remember
left.
that. I had to like pull over and like stop at a Starbucks to take care of that right then and there.
He was like, I have almost lost my job over this. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I felt really bad.
That was
But I'm
good.
laughing because this thing had been up on the internet for
A
4
week.
days. And when it goes on the internet, it lives forever, right?
Right.
We're like, this has been downloaded like 60,000 times by now. Everybody in the world has seen this. We got him in trouble, and we narrowly escaped the international incident. But little old us
We managed.
at White Roof Radio.
We did okay the next time we went to Mini Takes the States. We almost got some nice ladies at Dunkin' Donuts to make us a bacon wrap donut.
I think that was hangover induced. We drove into Dunkin' Donuts, and I asked the lady,
That was
I said,
awesome.
can you make me
If we would have pushed it, they would have done it.
They were really nice old ladies. And where
Really
were we?
Nice.
North Carolina?
Somewhere like that, yeah.
Florida?
No. I don't remember.
Bostonish?
I don't remember.
Savannah, Georgia?
No.
That's
no,
Boston-ish.
You know what else? Has anybody here been to the South?
East
near-
Coast. We'll just say East Coast.
Has anybody here been to Savannah, Georgia? There was a secret
Secret racetrack.
in Savannah, Georgia, years ago in the
Very
early
cool.
70s. Anybody Formula One fans?
Secret racetrack.
fans?
Secret.
There we
Handful
are.
of F1 fans. Back
Nice.
in the early 70s, the Savannah
Somebody crazy.
rich people in Savannah, which is most people there,
Most people think, yeah.
they decided we want to have a Formula One race here. So we're going to build a track. So they built this track in Savannah, Georgia, and they had a Formula One race there and lost their shirts.
Yes.
Okay, they lost all the investor money, everything, and went crazy.
Yes.
And then it was 1 year, and then this track is still there to this day,
it is.
but it has got these
Oh, and it's
concrete
mostly
barriers.
concrete barriers, and it's grown over, so you can't actually race it. But there's a couple of corners you can still.
So
do.
we have our good friend Murray, who lives in Savannah, and he's on like city council. So he goes, "I'm going to take you guys somewhere. Just follow me." And we're in a loaner Mini from Mini USA.
Yep.
And he goes, "Follow me," and he goes, "Just stick with me, right?" So we are driving through around these
K-rail.
concrete barriers
Yeah,
and
it's
everything,
K-rail.
and all of a sudden he takes off. He floors it, and I see checkered stripes on a corner, and I'm like, "Oh shit, there we go." Because anybody been on a track? How many people here have been on the track?
You get the Armco there.
You know when you see those checkerboards on a curve that you're on a racetrack, and there's no anything, and I see him taking a line out to here, and I'm like, "Oh, it's on now."
Yeah.
So we did this whole Formula One course all the way around and then all the way back.
It was a lot
and
of
out.
fun.
And it's kind of legendary in Savannah, Georgia.
That's a good trip.
And he says every year some idiot high school kid goes and like wrecks his car.
That was a
on
good trip. But if
track.
there's anybody from Mini USA watching tonight, never plan another East Coast trip in July, please. Thank you.
Or
Florida.
how many people were at Mini Takes the States 2 years ago here in Scottsdale? There's quite a few people.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
hot
sure.
as balls here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like 150 degrees and the humidity was like,
Yeah, it rained. It rained.
everybody's like, there's no humidity in the
Yeah, it
desert, right?
Yeah.
Vegas people, you're like, oh, it's a dry heat.
That's what I was telling
That's what they
everybody
kept telling me, and I'm like,
all the way across. Yeah, it's a dry heat. You guys will be fine. It's a dry heat. It's a dry heat. And then we get here and it's
118 degrees
It was
and 95%
It was
humidity.
raining.
So
Nice. Nice.
yeah,
Should
I
we
don't believe in it.
Should we do another prize?
Yep.
Let's do another prize.
Everybody, get out your numbers.
Get out your numbers.
Drum roll. Pick it quick. What are we giving away?
Nathaniel, be so kind as to grab a number. How about that? We have a very fancy thermos.
Ooh, a thermos.
Yes.
Keep your cold beverages cold. Keep your hot beverages hot.
Exactly.
How does it know?
It's magic, dude. Just trust the magic. And
It's a tough crowd here tonight.
Man, I thought it was funny.
It's a press button. You see this? It's a. Oh crap! I broke it. There we go.
Oh, there it is. Number 3. Who has number 3?
3.
Trace.
Next.
Thwa.
next,
Next.
And the new
number.
number. And the new number is
and the new number is. Drum roll, please.
Action.
28.
Somebody.
Oh, so many groans.
Man, we're
Wasn't
losing
me.
them quick.
Wasn't me. So.
I'm gonna start giving away stuff to people wearing a
Man,
black
we're
shirt.
just gonna start throwing it into the audience here.
Yeah, we'll start launching it. That would hurt though.
Number 7.
Someone has to have number 7.
Anybody?
Good.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Lucky number 7.
It's a nice leather wrap.
That's a very nice thermos. You should enjoy that.
No.
You can eat and you can
eat
eat
that
the
later.
chocolate.
It's chocolate.
Here, and we're gonna give away this little neat
Happy
little
Hanukkah, by the way.
this little neat little boot gating pouch.
Perfect for your lunch for work.
Yeah, for whatever.
Do a little.
What does it
pack
say?
in there? You
It's
good?
a little boot gate, little mini boot gate.
23.
23.
Bootcade.
Hey, there we
Didn't
go.
Charity win something?
No,
She did, but yeah.
I'm kidding. Nobody goes home empty-handed. We got a lot of stuff to give away. Let's
we
keep
got a lot
going.
of stuff to give away.
Go, go, go.
Here, let's do one more.
Who's here from Canada?
We don't have any.
Ooh.
Are you Canadian?
Anybody?
Get up here.
Come on, you win.
Oh yeah, you
That's
win.
all it takes. That's all it takes to win here on White Roof Radio.
Oh, she's so excited.
Here, let's do one more. Number 27 wins.
A beanie.
Oh yeah, how about the toque?
A toque.
Who's got number 27?
Scotty gets a toque.
Scotty gets it.
Scotty.
There you go.
He lives in
friend.
Phoenix. What the hell is he going to do?
Hey,
with
it
that?
gets cold here.
Good
Shut
enough,
up.
my friend.
Suck it.
Who
It gets
here-
cold.
I was actually really disappointed. I left all of mine at home the other day.
Does anybody own a chili red
All
Cooper?
of your toques.
A chili red Cooper?
6.
That's a lot of toques.
It's an S. This is a
Well-
Cooper, though.
Close enough.
Do you want it? It's yours.
It's yours.
Well done. Good decision.
There we go. All right, hold on a second.
What do you think of that?
Use really
No.
strong glue.
T-shirts.
Chad, let's do a Detroit Tune T-shirts. We've
Chad
got
gets
2
a-
of them.
Sure.
Ask a question.
A question.
Or should we?
Who
or do you
here
wanna pick
doesn't
a number?
have a silver car?
Oh, that was.
Wow.
This is Arizona. Cooper S's and Pepper
I'm
White.
gonna do a wedding style. Woo!
No, stop.
Well played. Cat-like reflexes. She snatched it right out of the air.
All right, 2 more. So we got diecast collectors right here.
Yeah.
It was that or get hit in the face.
Dude, I don't want this. Can I win?
Yeah, you can win.
Can I win?
You want that one?
That's not gonna be on the video.
Who here has a classic?
There's a few here out front.
I only
We
see
got
one.
right
Okay,
there.
get up here. Because we've got a
We know
classic.
there's at least 2 here.
This looks like you could sell this on eBay for some serious scrap.
And then there's this one back here. It's
This one's actually really nice.
missing
There you go,
some
Nate.
parts.
That's for you.
It's lightweight.
Really?
Do you have this
It
already?
is lightweight.
That one?
Oh,
Just
well, then there you
There
go.
you go.
The Mini Cooper.
How many
Ultra
horsepower is
CSI.
that? Like 2 feet?
One more. Draw
Yeah,
number.
we got one more. Who's got number 30? Number 30.
Depends on whether it's
3-0.
dry
Next.
heat.
Next.
Okay, who's got number 29?
One less than 30.
Holy shnikes.
Good grief, that's a lot of. Hang on. We're still.
Must be
working.
present to win though.
Number
How does this work?
16.
We only
Number
have like
16.
4
Number
tickets.
16.
There we go. 16.
Vegas in the house.
Almost everyone's a winner.
Who's been to Miami?
Just take this. Does anybody want this? Here, you can-
Who wants a Miami
just-
banner?
you can
Many
just
Texas
have
States.
that.
You can have
Go
that.
So I'm curious, show of hands. Obviously, we've got listeners here. Who listens just on the page? Like goes to White Roof Radio, just listens to it on the page. Anybody? Okay, we got a few. Where are my iTunes subscribers at? Okay. Do you listen while driving? Oh, we got a few. Or just while you're at work.
I gotta say they're probably listening at work.
Yeah, that's when I usually.
That's gonna
do.
be the popular time, man.
Yeah.
We put it on the shop all the time.
Oh, good.
Okay, now we have special prizes.
Okay, we have special prizes.
Ooh,
If
special.
in your bag, look in your bag, and you might have a White Roof Radio decal affixed to the side of your
Oh,
bag,
there's one.
much like Kim.
Not to be
She's got
confused
one.
with the White Roof decal that is
Oh,
dropped
it's
in
inside.
there. It's on the
Okay.
bag.
That's on the bag.
And who's got the one on the
She
bag?
does.
The classic Hammer and Coop
And
lunchbox.
Suzanne gets the Hammer and Coop lunchbox.
And we encourage, if you have something in your bag that you're like, I don't
Trade.
know if I really want
Trade.
this, trade it with somebody that's got something else. I
There'll be
mean,
a swap
maybe
and-
somebody's going to be like, oh, she really needs a T-shirt. I really want that lunchbox. Go, trade, barter. I'm using you as an example. I'm not saying that you're going to, because I wouldn't. I almost didn't make it out of Don's house this morning.
So now it's time for a little audience participation.
Yes.
Like we've been up here yakking, we can call it.
Yes.
But we have the opportunity here of a live audience. You guys have a chance to talk to us. We're going to open it up to a little Q&A. Like, you guys have any questions from a
Stump
general...
the Chad.
Yeah, if you
Or
got
the
a...
Todd, or the Nathaniel.
Or
Nathaniel,
something
Absolutely.
you'd like out of the show, or
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
You have a question
or-
about scooters?
questions. Yeah, I'll answer scooter questions
You've got
if you
tons
want.
of motorcycle knowledge
But,
right here.
Ask a question, get a prize.
Question about
Ah.
cocktails.
We're almost out of prizes, but we
Well,
just need a bunch of
Cocktail
the prizes.
questions.
Yeah, we're going to open it up to questions. Who's got a question? Scotty, you got a question?
No.
Oh, come on.
Scotty, come on. All right.
Who has an issue with their mini that they're just stumped by?
Yes.
Or don't? What does this do? Have you ever wondered? Is there something about your mini you're like, I'm just
And
wondering,
Jerry,
what does
you
this
don't
do?
count. Well, maybe.
He's over there.
Juan,
Here. You got a
JC.
question?
Oh, that Jerry.
What does the dead pedal do? That's a good question. That's
That's a great question. I
It
don't.
gives your foot a place to rest.
No.
There's got to be a real use for that.
Ron Walton and explained to us what the dead pedal is for.
Here we
Yes,
go.
it
Watch
did.
this.
This is something we learned from mini rallying legend Ron Walton, and he won the Mini Cooper, Monte Carlo rally. He won it twice.
Twice? Was it just twice? Maybe
Well,
he won it 3 times.
He was disqualified. He was disqualified.
Disqualified.
The Italian coming out of me. He was disqualified in 1967 because the French were pissed that Mini kept winning this thing. And he told us that story once. But anyway, the dead pedal itself, you have to adjust your car. How many people that you seat? You adjust the seat to sit close enough to the steering wheel. And what that does is in high-speed maneuvers, right and left, when you're doing turns, it keeps you press against that, and if you're close enough to it, it presses you into the seat and keeps you locked into the seat. as you're driving from flopping all around and everything.
Yes.
And he explains that's what you need to sit close enough to it. A lot of people sit far. How many people sit all the way back in their Mini and drive, like low
Yeah,
rider
put that-
style?
Gangsterlean.
Everybody from Vegas does it. I know it. I've seen you guys do it.
It's a key thing to car control is being properly anchored in the car.
Nice
And
little
that's-
bend in the elbow.
You want, and Rano taught both Todd and I the proper way to check if you are in fact close enough to the steering wheel. And what you do is you sit up nice and straight, and you put your hands at 3 and 9, and you're going to reach all the way over your steering wheel. And when you get to the other side, if your shoulder is coming off the seat, you're too far away.
Right.
You need to get a little bit closer. And when you can do that motion and not leave the seat, you're perfect. And then you use that dead pedal to plant yourself into the seat so that when you're doing that maneuver, you're not having to hang on to the steering wheel while you do it.
Yeah, because you got some G-forces throwing you off to one side.
Absolutely.
And
Right, it's
something
Good
that I've
question,
actually
Lon.
told a bunch of customers too is when they were actually too far away, they didn't have the seat high enough and stuff like that. Do yourself just like a small movement in the seat, because if you're sitting way back and you get way where you should be and you're like, oh, that feels weird, just move it up a click, and then 2-4 weeks later move it up another click, and you won't notice that it's been changed that often other than that big.
Ease into
So
it.
it's easing yourself into it, getting used to a different position, and before you know it, you'll be like, wow, this
And
car
if-
is really
I
handling
think if you have an
better.
automatic transmission, it's easier to keep your foot there because you're not having to use that foot to shift. So you can. So what's the split here? Automatic transmissions.
Anybody? We got a few,
So maybe a quarter of what here, and the rest people manual transmissions, right?
of course.
Yeah.
Because this
Okay.
is a Cooper-esque crowd.
Well, and you know what? Little known fact.
Oh. You're not
When
gonna make anybody mad, are you?
when did the automatic transmission become an option? Raise your hands if anybody knows this. When did it become an option in the Mini Cooper?
This could be a trick question.
Jerry over there raised his hand too, but so did Larry. Maybe you both get a prize.
We're getting low on prizes.
Well, they have to get it right first.
Yeah,
He says
Kevin, right?
2005.
No.
Now, I guess maybe I should have done the caveat because 2005 was the year the automatic transmission became an option in the Cooper S. So he's correct. What was your answer over there? Was also 05? It really hadn't. The automatic transmission, the CVT, was available in 2002 or 2003. Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
It was a CVT. So we get two prizes here.
Yes.
Jerry and Larry, they rhyme with Harry,
And Mary.
Nice.
which Nathaniel's got the hairy face. So
Hey, now.
just trying to tie it all together here, people. Just trying to keep it going.
Let's keep making connections for these folks.
Questions? Anybody else have a question about their Mini? What is this
that was
for?
a good one.
Dominic.
Yes, a question from Batman.
You can't even drive yet. How old are you?
Sure you can.
Yeah. Well, I think you
Well-
deserve a prize then. Do we have a toy for Dominic? We have another car in there.
Oh, we do. Look at this.
Come up here. We got something for you.
Nice.
Come on up here,
Big hand for Dominic.
This one's for you. There you go. There you go,
And,
big guy. That
and
one's
thank you
yours.
for keeping the city safe from crime.
You're welcome.
I'm Batman.
Those glow in the dark shoes. That's awesome.
Oh.
Anybody else have a question besides Dominic? Becky. Is it when you turn? Okay.
What?
I whine when I'm cold too.
Well, it's warming up.
God, it's cold.
You live in Arizona.
You know how I know DB is getting
Oh.
old? So when we get here, he describes the place we're going to go eat. He's like, what was the place? Pita Jungle. Anybody eaten Pita
Yeah,
Jungle?
Pita Jungle.
Locals? Good place, right?
Good food,
place.
but the name is weird.
Weird
I don't think
name.
about this until after he describes it to me. He's like, you'll like it. Everybody will be happy with it, right? He goes, they have good food and pretty girls as waitresses. I realized, when did DB turn into a 60-year-old man who describes a restaurant by the looks of the waitresses?
That's right. That's right.
Right? Does everybody's dad and granddad describe a restaurant? That's pretty waitresses there. Come on.
Yeah,
So
and-
here and pretty cold waitresses.
well, and it's something that we all notice since we're kids,
There
but
you
we
go.
don't start talking about it until we get to be old men.
All right, questions. Anybody else have a question?
God,
Did we
old
answer
is
a
like
question about the
grandma.
wine? We
No.
didn't answer.
Why
We got
does-
distracted.
So Becky's got
So
a Cooper just like
you've got a
myself,
wine.
and
What
it whines
is-
in the morning.
R50
Yes.
automatics manual.
Manual.
And it whines in the morning. Like the car is just driving, whining, or
I don't want to drive. Does it go away after a while?
Todd, try to do
it does
noise.
go-
It's like, I think it's like the
Is it
clutch noise.
cooler when it's whining? Okay. And does it sound like an electric whine or more of a growly whine? Electric whine. I would say it's a power steering pump.
Maybe.
When
That was
you're
gonna be my
moving the
guess.
wheel, does
Oh,
it?
interesting.
There's
No.
nothing with that.
It doesn't sound
Okay.
like a sick dolphin.
Maybe a fan.
No.
I've never heard it called a sick dolphin. Maybe
Dominic, do you know what it
sometimes-
sounds
I may
like? Have
use
you heard
that.
this whine before? Can you imitate the whine? No, you don't know it? Okay.
That would be awesome.
How long has it been doing it?
3 years. And what year is the car?
2003. 2003.
And it's a really low plane flying by right now.
Pull up.
On occasion, for those of you who aren't familiar, and for watching at home, the military lands at Phoenix Sky Harbor. Yes.
All of it.
C-30 or C-130.
The entire
it's like
military.
My
The
first
entire
guess
military.
would be power steering. As far
Still-
as that goes, if it hasn't gotten progressively worse, I mean, other than checking your fluid and making sure that that's good, that would be my first guess, without hearing it.
Okay, power steering.
All right, how many people know about the trick with the directional signals? Anybody here know
I have no idea what you're
Trick?
talking about.
That
What
was
are
a
you on
good
about?
one.
with the directional
We
signal?
could do it.
We can demonstrate on DB's car.
Car's not running.
Have you ever gotten out of your car?
What
and
happens?
Somebody goes, dude, you left your lights on, and you didn't really leave your lights on. Has this ever happened? It happens. It works on all minis. Nathaniel, can everybody see DB's car?
I got lights on. All right.
You've only got one light on.
But just on one
Two.
side.
Wait a minute.
So on one side.
Make the other light work. You see that? All of your minis do this. Every one of you
Oh
here.
yeah. So when
It's
you turn
Euro
park on the
parking.
street.
Right, right. And
Yeah,
can
yeah,
anybody
okay.
explain why that
I've
happens?
never actually tested how long that would go before you could actually not start
I think
the
it goes
car.
until your battery runs down.
Magic.
Well,
That
but
works. 'cause of
I'm
magic.
talking until your car would start again. Would
Kyle,
it go,
you know why this happens?
would it go overnight?
It's parking lights.
Yeah, for street
For
parking.
street
Street parking in Europe.
Because you're
Yeah.
supposed to have lights on the side of the car that's closest
To
to the
show
street.
Well, and in Europe, they park on the street going both directions, no matter what way the street is going. So you
Freaks
can
me
park
out,
going
too.
the other way.
There's somebody that does it on my street in my
people-
neighborhood, and I want to call the association.
They park or they
So
leave their
bad.
light on the car.
No, they park the wrong way.
Okay, well, it
And they
happens
don't
on
leave the light on.
most cars will do this too. Like if you go home and try, even a lot of Fords, Chevys, especially European cars. I don't care if you have a Mercedes, BMW, what, they'll all do the same thing.
A lot
Interesting trick.
motorcycles also have that setting as well, where you can.
Why the hell would a motorcycle have that?
It's the same thing. It's in your recording.
In case you're
this
parked on
wide.
a sidewalk.
They don't want it to get run into.
Nathaniel
Okay.
had a motorcycle this weekend that had traction control.
Yes, it did.
It had heated seats.
It had adjustable suspension riding modes.
It had Sirius XM radio.
Do we have any
it had-
motorcycle riders here?
And
It had 140 horsepower.
an iPod connector.
An adjustable windscreen?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
That
windscreen?
impressed me.
Any more questions, really quick?
Really
Stump
quick.
the Chad.
All right. Let's give away the last of our prizes and call it a night.
Now we're good.
What do you think?
Sounds good.
You know the after party is at Dave and Buster's up the street, right?
Dave and Buster.
That's why you all
Anybody
came
wants
to
to go.
begin with.
And
They're
you're
like,
all invited.
Except you, Scotty. You stay at home.
Yeah,
yeah,
Scott.
you've had enough to drink today.
He actually might be at one of our rides home later.
Shit.
Yeah, be nice to Scotty. Grab this bag. All right. That's the next prize. Here we
You
go.
gonna draw?
Let's get a
Here
number.
you go.
Thank you, Scotty, for picking me up from the airport, too. I really appreciated it.
Great wingman.
Let's have a big round of applause.
Big round of
Yeah,
applause for Scotty
for
McLeod.
Scotty. Yeah.
Local boy,
All
born
right.
and raised.
It was funny because I get this text,
What is
with
that?
him and DB in a group message, and it came up, his picture comes up from his Facebook or his Google Plus feed and everything like that. And I was like, I've had his number in here since like Amviv 5, something like that. I don't know. But it was good of DB helping us out. So
Who has 26? We all just got texted by Gabe. We just get a text message from Gabe.
What's it say?
All of us. He
Here.
says, "When do I call in drunk?" Consider that.
Oh,
Does
you know what we need
I
to
could
do?
call him and we could speakerphone him.
everybody want to hear from Gabe?
Let's see if Gabe call him. Who's got number 26?
I'll do it.
26. Bring it up.
Anybody 26. Come on up.
Get a prize for 26.
can pump it live right into the PA.
Well, hold on. I got something. Shh.
Where's the prize for number 26? Where'd the prize go?
Oh, you give it to Scotty.
Thanks.
He's not going to pick up that son of a bitch.
Probably not. All right, 2 prizes left.
He's screening my calls. I'm going to kick him when I get back to
Probably.
Chicago.
Dude, he's not going to answer.
Come on, Gabe.
Hi, this is Gabe Bridger. I'm sorry I missed your call.
Oh.
Get right back.
You could have sang happy birthday to him.
At the tone,
Oh, everybody-
please record your
everybody-
message. When you have finished recording,
This is all going to go on his voicemail now.
one for
Everybody
more
sing happy
options.
birthday. Here
It's
we
gonna
go.
be really long.
Happy birthday to Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Bridger. Happy birthday to you.
So Gabe, we tried to call you in response to your text, and you didn't pick up. You're screening our call.
Happy birthday, Gabe.
And
There we go.
I love
As
that.
punishment, here's your song.
Here's your song. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
There we go.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, everybody.
Who's got number 20? Who's got number 20? Jerry? Jerry Arias. Big hand for our man Jerry letting shoot
And
the
our
shot
host.
tonight. Pick. Which one you want? Not both. One. Big one?
I want to know, is this the first party you've had here at the shop?
Yes.
how many people have had their mini worked on here at Eurotex? Nicely
Good
done.
for you.
Nicely
Good
done.
choices. Good, smart.
He was
consumers,
telling
all
me
of
this
you.
is going to be a monthly thing now. Oh, no?
No.
And he's going to fly us all out.
Not only no, hell no.
We talked about the hot tub behind the Ford over here. That, you know.
Just
Last-
in the Ford, in
Let's
the
just finish
bed.
And the
Free
green-
rides in the classic mini on the
and
dolly.
And the greenhouse is a
OJ
new
may
camper.
stop by and take it for a trip.
Here, we've got one last classic Mini Cooper toy for number 34.
34.
We got more prizes in there, don't we?
There we go.
Do we have a winner?
We do.
Is there anybody that did not get anything tonight at all?
Let's see. I bet you got prize for everybody.
Give all these badges
Hang on,
away.
I got passed by a girl.
If you didn't get anything tonight,
I
come
am
on up
passed by a
here.
girl
Come and get
badges.
something. Come on
Please.
up. Come on. Give the girl.
Passed by a girl.
We have
badge.
three or four
Give
people.
back.
There you go. You're not a girl.
JC, did you get
You're
something?
not a girl.
No, back row,
you get
back
something?
row, back row.
She won something already.
Did
He got what? He got the
There, that's for
beer?
your wife.
Free
Passed
beer?
by a girl.
I love
Look at this bag. Here we go. What else you got? What else you got?
Got another one? Please?
Badges? Yeah, sure. Here we go. Plus, we got more badges.
Oh, wait.
Add the
Who
full
wants a phone
Yes, it's fastened. You can't drive.
holder?
I hope you like the USA.
Wait.
time. Oh, we still have one more ghost light.
Okay, we got to draw for number for that.
Yeah, we
We
have
got to
to
come
draw
up with a good question for that one.
Nah, we'll draw a number.
I want to know.
Here we go.
21. Hey.
There we
Ghost light to
go.
number 21.
He's already got
You
him.
got him?
He
You
said
already
pass him
got
on.
Next.
Well,
See, this ghost light's becoming a popular motto.
let's give him a bag at least.
Everybody. Oh, there you go.
Let's give him a bag.
Nicely
Here,
done.
please.
Our
One.
compliments.
I've got a short cord.
number
Don't
one.
come to me.
Number one. Is number one
Number
here?
one.
have to come to me.
You guys have these already.
Congrats.
Holy shit.
Well, then none you get
Who,
to you.
who doesn't have
doesn't
these?
have the puddle lights?
There we go.
Who really
Who doesn't have
wants the puddle?
Who's got an
Back
art?
there. Who doesn't have the pedal lights and has number 14?
The Eurotech
Now
shirt
they're-
in the back? She really wants those
Patty?
puddle lights.
She
Is
wants
that
them.
Patty back there? Are you gonna put
Come
him
get
on,
him. Come
Are you
get
gonna put him on the GP? They make them with JCW, don't they?
Yeah, but these are just
Jerry,
mine.
can you get those?
No, he can get anything you want. Those are yours.
Steelers.
Color and everything. Yeah.
Are there Pittsburgh Steelers fans here?
Not tonight.
How about Seattle?
We got one.
How about Seattle Seahawks fans here? Yeah. Denver Broncos fans?
Don't care.
Yeah.
Sports
Yay,
Sports
sports
ball.
ball.
ball. Sports ball. Don't care.
That's good. Well, hey
Do the
everybody,
thing. Win the points. Are we done?
do we have more?
Well,
prizes?
we've covered the weather. We've
give them
covered
everything?
sports.
We need to talk about tires.
bourbon.
Oh, yes.
Bourbon.
Everyone just do a burnout all the way down the parking lot on your way out.
Big Smoky Burn out on
Okay.
the way to Dave and Buster's.
Thanks again, everybody, for coming out tonight. We do appreciate it. This has been truly awesome. It's always fun to get to hang out with my friends and other people.
We really couldn't do it without our
Thank you for
listeners.
watching at home. We hope everybody
Yeah,
that was
thanks for
watching, we know
tuning in live. And we had
Philly
some
was
issues.
watching, Detroit was watching, everybody across the U.S.
We
you
did
know,
have
you're
some
watching.
issues. We appreciate you guys sticking through for those.
Yes, thank you very much.
I think you're still watching at home. I have no idea.
Yeah, if it wasn't for you guys as an audience, this would just be the four of us on Skype every Thursday, and that'd be a little bit weird.
To be honest, yeah, it would be weird. I've done that
I'd still
before.
do it.
I'd still do it.
Yeah,
I like hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. We would still do it, but it would be weird.
Because I get to drink every Thursday night.
See, there you go.
It was already weird that we all had to have pants on tonight. So I mean,
Yeah, that was awkward. To be honest, I mean, the
We'll
guys.
see how
guys wear
things go with
pants.
Dave and Buster's.
Hey!
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this is part of the time of the show where I do like to make the funny clicking sound. And then I say, questions, comments, or concerns, you know what to do. Click back over to whiteroofradio.com. There you can leave us a note in the show notes. You can also email us, feedback@whiteroofradio.com. Till next week, gang, this is DB. I'm done.
Cheers. See ya.
Good night.
Thank you, everybody.
Sure. There's still lots of pizza, beer, water. Feel free to hang out for a little while because we're going to do a little wrap up.